Hey guys, welcome back to another episode on the Formula V, restoring this bad boy. So last week we took the motor out, and today we're gonna focus on draining the transmission. I would like to get this off, but I'm not probably gonna do it in this episode today. But we are still dripping water, so I wanna see what's in the transmission itself. So I'm gonna pull the drain plug and see what comes out. All right, so we're looking underneath from the rear section. Once I get all this stuff off, I do plan to go through it again with some simple green and try to degrease this frame. I would like to repaint it as well too. Anyways, it looks like there's two. I see a drain here and a drain here, and I'm really not sure. Again, guys, I'm learning as we go with this thing and not very familiar with VW. This is all Volkswagen drivetrain, 1200cc. So I'm gonna try to figure out if I've got, man, I don't even know if I've got, hopefully it's kind of hard to see in there, but if I even have a, forget what these are called, like a Big Allen or whatever it is, that we can pull that plug off. The next thing I want to do is that tire, all the other tires, even though they're super old, seem to be holding air. And just to move it around here, the shop, I want to put another tire, rear tire back there to see if we can, I think these are open diff the way they rotate, if I remember correctly. Anyways, let me try to find something that fits in here. We'll get the oil pan and try to drain this thing. Ooh, those things don't look like they're on there pretty good. Maybe I'll support it from here. I do have the jack under there, but they look kind of slippery. There's a lot of oil underneath there too, so. All right, I am back. I actually had to run to the store. So just so you guys know, this is a 17 millimeter hex. I didn't know what it was, but thanks to Google. So let's pull, I don't know which one actually is, there's two of them. There's one here, and there's one in the front. I think that goes one way. God, I hope I'm going the right way with this. So 17 mil hex, or 5/8 I think is the other. Oh, this is gonna, I don't even want to know what's in here. Hopefully you guys can catch that here. And there's the water again. Oh my gosh. Man. It's just the same story all throughout the car. Oh, there he goes. Wow. That's one down. That's lovely. I just took the 2 full canisters of oil to the auto parts to drain them, and it looks like I'm gonna have to go right back because there was already, the other pan is still pretty full, so I hadn't even finished that one yet. Down a little bit, there we go. Don't want to get too close. So I think there's two drains. Let's see if I turn the wheels, maybe it helps that oil come out. I don't know actually. I don't know if that makes any difference. I think there's another low point drain. May have to lower this thing a little bit too. I don't know if the height is, anyways, let's get the other side too. All right, let's get the other. Again, I think it's a secondary drain. They're both 17, so. Oh, that one's on there pretty good. Once you break it loose, you can pretty much, I can feel the water. Yes. All right, let's try to save it. Lovely. Simply lovely. There's a lot of water. I was gonna try to record that, but I didn't even get a chance. Oh my God, that smells lovely. I wish we had the smell-o-vision for you guys so you could smell the loveliness. And if you want to see the soup, you can it's quite lovely. I think the guy at the auto part was wondering what I was dumping, if it was oil or something else in the recycle. They've got that free recycle stuff at the auto part where you can take your old used motor oil. I mean, I told them there's water in there, so hopefully he's not too mad. All right, I'm gonna let this drain just like the other one, and then turn the wheels. That seems to help a little bit, turning the wheels and kind of moving this thing around from one side to the other as it flexes. So let me drain that. Won't bore you guys with too much of that, and then we'll come back. What's crazy is that there seems to be water in the boots too. These have a lot of little screws, so I'm gonna wait to do those. But you can see I've got a rag down here because it just seems to be leaking nonstop. You can kind of hear the sound, but I don't know if that goes back into the transmission or what, or transaxle. Pardon me for those, I've been calling it a transmission transaxle. But anyways, I think I have to take those off as well. Once this finishes over here, I'm just worried I'm gonna overflow because, like I said, that other one over there, it's still pretty full. So let's let this one drain. We'll come back and then we'll inspect the CB boots here and see if we can drain those as well, because there's clearly, you can see that lovely oil grease mixture, and those need some good cleaning too. So okay, I could be wrong. The bottom's still draining. I think this is the fill hole, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't see anywhere else where you would fill it, but leave a comment down below if you know if I'm wrong, which I'm sure I am. By the way, I've been talking to the Penske guy, awesome guys, in regards to the rear shock. We got to replace that with the modern one. This should have had an external reservoir for better cooling, I believe. So we got to figure out where we're gonna mount that. Maybe somewhere over here on this side, but also I think we're going to replace this one. If we can rebuild it, I sent an email with the photos to the Penske guys. Very helpful. And they'll let me know if this is worth rebuilding or not. There's not a whole lot of markings on there other than AB, which I'm not sure what it means. But they recommended an 8300 series with the external or remote reservoir. And we just got to figure out where to mount it. So just got to let them know the hose length. I don't think it needs to be super long because we're just going to mount it right here somewhere out. Probably get the guys that are going to work on the cage to weld something here, or just maybe use clamps. That usually works fine. I know in my Viper that had the really nice coilovers, the external reservoirs were just clamped to the frame somewhere. The front ones, those are going to be 7100 or 7000 series. The 7130 or 20, I think, is what they used to use. They've got a new series. 7000 is what they're recommending to go with the fronts. 3.5 inch, I believe, which extends to about 13 inches total. You won't need a whole lot of flex in the front, so that should work pretty good. So we'll take these off at some point and get those rebuilt. But anyhow, and replace the front ones with new ones too, with 7000 series, 8300 series back here. But if you got any questions about shocks, man, call or email the Penske guys. Really helpful team. I think some of them race and know these cars very well. So let's remove this plug right here. I'm gonna have to put the camera down for a second. I don't have anywhere to mount it here. And then we'll see if more oil or water come out. So, but I think that's gonna be about it for the lovely water. Then I wanna take it outside and use Simple Green and do it one more time. Simple Green, when I used to ride dirt bikes, was really, really good at removing and breaking down dirt with like a 30-70 mixture, or if you want to get more aggressive with like a 50-50 mixture. And I'm telling you, that used to remove all this dirt, especially here in Georgia with the Georgia clay, like nothing I've ever seen. So I'm gonna put the camera down, remove this fill hole or whatever this one is over here. All right, this might be too close, but we'll see if I can get an angle here. I was able to jerry rig the camera to the back here and it worked. So 3 total plugs, all 17 mil hex. So if you don't have one, I didn't have one. I had to run to the store. Thankfully, the good guys at AutoZone had one for me. And I picked up some oil just to flush this stuff out. But yeah, I'm pretty sure this is where you would fill the transmission. It's the highest point, and I don't see anywhere else where you could do it. So we're moving a little back and forth here just to try to drain a little bit more. I see some gears moving, which is nice. Wish I had a light to shine in there, but you can see it moving pretty nicely. I should put it in gear, see if it'll turn. Oh, that was in gear. That's in gear right there. I think that's first. Can't tell. Without driving this thing, I really don't know. But I'm just spinning the wheels, trying to get more. You can see this cantilever or monoshock geometry on the suspension is pretty cool. These bushings, a lot of this stuff is going to have to be replaced. I don't even know where to start with. This is all custom made for a lot of these. These haven't been made in a long time, so a lot of the parts on these V's, this is an agitator chassis, number 11. I'm not sure how many total were built, but some of this stuff is custom made, and then whoever owned them at some point could have modified some of this stuff. So this is a lot of homemade barn dominium type of thing, you know. So we'll have to figure out, because these definitely, a lot of these bushings are completely host. And again, I want to get the frame, you know, painted once we clean it real nice. Get that frame nice and painted. Anyways, I wanted to show you guys another mod before I forget too. This is the little Momo Mod 12. This is going to give us a little bit more room to get in and out. Look at the difference. And it's also a quick release, which is really nice. You know, in an emergency, obviously you want to have that. So we're going to work on that probably in the upcoming episodes. One thing I'm not sure yet is I would like to move the steering box over here to the front, as I mentioned in other episodes. But I don't know if we have room with the pedals. I would have to move the pedals back a little bit. So we got to figure all that out, with the, especially with the way these reservoirs are mounted here for, you know, the hydraulic fluid, brake fluid, clutch fluid. So I got to figure that out. But I don't like the legs going underneath the tie rods here. And a lot of the newer V's, they've got the steering box at the front with the tie rods up here. So they're kind of out of the way. However, it would require a lot of modification if I move this rag here. Because the holes, as you can see, either we'd have to make them bigger, which is not a huge deal, but we would have to modify that. Not to mention the whole steering shaft from there would have to be, yeah, and the way the chassis is built, as you can see, so we'll see. We got to figure that out, but it would have to be all the way up front. So I don't know yet. That might have to be later on, but I just don't like having to put your legs, and it's pretty hard to get in there too, with those rods right over your legs. And in case of an emergency, also a crash, if your feet are trapped in there, that would make it pretty hard to get out. So I don't like that setup. We got to figure that out. Again, leave your comments down below if you got any recommendations or suggestions. Would really appreciate it. Actually, let's pour some oil in here real quick. We're gonna have to drain this anyways, but we can at least, you know, kind of rinse out that good and bad oil in there. So I'm gonna put some fresh new oil. I just got some cheap stuff. They recommend either 80-90 hypoxy oil, I think it, or hypoid oil. I forget what those for Transaxles, or 75-90. Pretty much everybody said use that. I'm not gonna use that STP for the final one. I'll probably use a synthetic version, but this is just the cheapest stuff I can use to kind of flush out what's still left in there. So let's pour some of that in there, and then we'll drain it out again. To do this without getting it all over the floor is kind of an odd. So I'm just gonna squirt it in there, as you can see. It's kind of hard to, I don't know how much is in there. I don't even know how much you're supposed to put in there, but we'll start with about half of this. I should have bought a big, because I should probably flush this out 3 or 4 times, to be honest with you, as bad as it is. And once again, you know, the plan is, we'll see once we get the motor back, to drive this around a little bit, take it to a parking lot somewhere, a big parking lot, drive it around, and then we'll have to drain, you know, this stuff probably a couple of times. But I just want to start here just to kind of see, and spin the wheels, try to get that new fresh oil everywhere. That stuff is stinky. That is a strong oil. But we'll let that sit in there for a little bit and then just kind of, you know, do the same, repeat the same process, let it drain again. Thank you once again for watching, guys. Tune in for the next episode. Like, subscribe if you haven't, and remember, we've got 3 other episodes already posted in addition to this one, so check those out. Leave a comment down below. Let us know what you guys think. Any recommendations, any advice on restoring anything will be really helpful. See you guys next time. Bye.